Amid mixed national messaging on COVID-19 and masks, the Ohio chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends students wear masks to school during the upcoming school year. While the CDC guidance recommends masks for the unvaccinated, the American Academy of Pediatrics suggests universal mask wearing, regardless of vaccination status. CEO of the Ohio chapter, Melissa Worvey-Arnold, says getting kids back in class is crucial for their mental, physical, emotional, and academic health. She contends masks are the safest route since kids younger than 12 cannot get a COVID vaccine.
Kids themselves might not spread the virus as readily as we've seen adults do it, or might not have the same negative health consequences. We still know that they can spread it, and they can spread it to people who are more vulnerable, so especially the older population.
Meanwhile, Senate Bill 209 was introduced last week that would prohibit schools and businesses in Ohio from mandating masks. An exception would be made for those with certain health conditions. Arnold says, regrettably, mask wearing during the pandemic has become politicized.
It became an argument around freedom versus public health. And people have the right to their own personal choices, but sometimes those personal choices harm others. In that case, it's our opinion, you have to really focus on public health then.
Ohio's public health order requiring a facial covering in public settings expired in June. Arnold says some kids didn't mind wearing them, and for many others, it simply became routine. She notes that pediatricians noticed a difference masks made in preventing COVID and other illnesses.
We saw a really low rate of flu infection this past year and other things like RSV and other respiratory infections. As the mask mandates have lifted, we're seeing a lot of ill visits from families.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine indicated he does not plan to implement another mask mandate. He recently signed a bill banning public schools from requiring vaccines that have not received full FDA approval, which the COVID-19 vaccines have not. This story was produced in association with Media in the Public Interest and funded in part by the George Gunn Foundation. This is Mary Sherman for Ohio News Connection. Find our 8 trust indicators to support transparency and accuracy at publicnewsservice.org.